Alright, we are back today with War against Salty. This is the battle for first. So, and Salty's good. They're right up there with GT. They really are a very good War Alliance. So today we're going to be bringing in Absorbing Man and Fury for one fight. And then I-Bomb is just there for the synergy. I have 7 fights and I take 6 of them with Absorbing Man. We're really hoping to have a good war this war. But we'll see how it goes. You know, we'll see how it goes. Man, it gets rough. Wasting time on our boost. Let's really edit that out. But I do throw on power backs. And you'll see me use a lot of N-bones. Ironically, trying not to die. But we'll get to that. I am taking 4 Absorbing Man fights. That's why I put the power backs on. Even though I know in the next node, he gets a indestructible when I get to 1 bar, but Absorbing Man highly reduces that timer, so it really won't affect the fight whatsoever. So I didn't mind putting on the power backs for all 4 of these fights. So here we go. Against this Fury, there's really not much going on. You want to watch his tactical charges. That way he doesn't go unblockable at a really bad time. See, like right there, I kind of stopped. Just going and push him over 2 bars, beta, and then we go back to smacking him. Throw my L2 because of his charges. And yeah, he's going down fairly easily. Not much to it. Goes unblockable, but he's at the L2, so it really doesn't matter. Yeah, we getting going now. I'm actually doing this recording at work. Because that's really the only time I got. Man, you know, I really do recordings in odd places. What was it? Last war was in my truck? Maybe the war before that. I don't know. But I guess I just do it in odd places now. Now, luckily, this L1 did push him over his charges. I'm just going to take the block. I know the block kit's kind of hurt, but it's just a potion. I say that now, but, you know. Well, I didn't know what was coming. So we move on to mags. Now I will, the plan was to N-bone, put an N-bone on for this fight, just in case he does go to an L3. That way, if, you know, he gets passive or anything like that, I have the N-bone. Because that's the danger in this fight, is him getting to an L3. That's really the only danger. Hey, this is Waters. Boy, you need to get some silver stars on that man. You know what? I will give you an awakening gem if you will use it. Okay? I'll make you a deal now. But put some silver stars on him, please. Anyways, back to the fight. There's, like this one. These 2 fights I was not particularly worried about. Not much to them. I am trying to bait specials. I mean, I'm no master at baiting, but you know, I got a little bit of practice in it. Anyways, I throw the L2. Yeah, about that. That's just bad habit, you know. I can't help it. I just had to go for that Dex, and of course I missed it. Hey, that's the theme of this war. Miss Dexes. We'll get to that too. We're getting all the fun parts. This is the boring stuff. Now, what we've all been waiting for. This Adam, I did duel him several times. This was probably the fight I was most worried about. The rest, not so much. But this one I dueled him. He passively gains, I think, 2.5% over time. And then with this node, he doesn't lose that much power when he throws a special. So he's going to have a lot of power. But throughout the fight, that just is what it is. Now, I prefer to bait L1s. And you'll see why. But we'll eventually get into this fight whenever I actually learn how to hit the fight button, which will probably be in about 30 minutes. Oh, wow, that was quick. So, here we go. Okay, we're just gonna smack him. Yep, there we go. We're gonna parry again, smack him a few more times. Okay, he gets the one bar. Now we're gonna bait it. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna just a few more times. Pause our form, bait it again. The plan is to rinse and repeat this. That's the plan. Just 2-3 hits, bait the L1. Now, when he gets to 25%, he will go in his pod. He'll regen a little bit. And you can't let him hit your block 3 times in a row, or he will go unblockable. So, now, right now, I start to see my form getting slightly low. Kind of worried me when it probably shouldn't have, because right here I throw the L2. Okay? And bam! Yeah. Yeah. This root tootin' son of a bitch. See, this is why I can't hit the yes, I'm for kids button. I always have to put no. It's reasons like this. You know, because I don't know what I'm going to say. It just comes out. But that L2 hit like a motherfucker. I mean, oh man, I'm pretty sure I threw my phone. I said some words, some bad words, a lot of them, followed by Adam Warlock. And I go right back in. Okay, he's about dead, a couple combos, and he's gonna die. You know, I mean, he's at 18%. I thought I dexted, but I just held block. And surprisingly enough, you can't block an unblockable special. You just can't do it. I tried. I did. You know, I gave it my best shot. I did. I don't know, you know. But right here, my plan was to go to void and then stop. But I am tilted at this point. I should have put the phone down. I should have walked away, come back to this later. But I didn't. Because when I get mad, I feel like I can do anything. But it's quite the opposite. I fight really bad. But I refuse to believe that. I know how that sounds. I really do. So, at this point, I'm like, look, I'm just going to take void down. I'm going to clear this. And I'll come back late tonight, take me a break, but that way I'm not holding anybody up. I'm just going to set the phone down, walk away after this fight. When I should have done it before this fight. Okay? So I start with a power start 1, you know, like I always do, makes me feel warm and fuzzy. But very shortly, you know, I'm just slow playing it, you know, because of his charges, you know, trying to time them, and then bam! I get hit with a heavy. And I'm like, fuck me. So I pause it instantly. And I'm like, all right, I just died. I got to regroup because I know I'm in deep shit when I come out. But I know I can still solo this fight. I have to be more aggressive, and I knew that. Because look, I mean, right now I've got 2 debuffs on me. I know my health is going to dwindle, but that's fine. All I got to do is solo. Health doesn't matter. I just got to stay with the plan. And everything will be alright. And at this point, I finally refine. And now I'm starting to do damage. I catch up in the health race. And I'm feeling better. Okay? I just blocked this L2 because I don't trust my dexing at this point for anything. And we walk out of it alive. And at that point, I'm like, yeah, I suck. You know, I'm dog water. Yes, you know, I would make my kids proud. I said I was dog water. I'm glad they don't watch my videos. I'd never live that down if they ever heard that. Yeah, they're not watching this video. Ain't no way. Nope. Not happening. I'm just going to tell them I'd never make it. They'll live. But now we move on to this mole man. I do put on an invuln because my plan was, you know what? I can outdamage him. Well, you know, it's just a mole man. I ain't worried about no mole man. So that's what we do. I'm like, look, I'll just tank a couple special threes. And, you know, we'll walk out fine. You know, whatever. Mole man. So that's plan A. Okay? Now, would you just hit the fight button already, buddy? At this point, I'm very paranoid because I've died. And I don't want to die again. So I'm double and triple checking everything. Just paranoid I'm going to mess something up. This war hasn't gone well for me. As you can see, if I don't hit that fight button in the next 5 seconds, buddy. You know, hit the fight button, buddy. Fight! Hit it. There you go. Okay, so plan A. We're just going to tank L3. Like, that's it, you know. We'll hold block, you know, whatever. I parried there because I can early. I won't risk it now. I don't like to risk it in war after one charge, but when he has none, I don't mind it. Another problem I didn't realize was I lose my form several times in this fight, which not that big of a deal. There's not much scary, but as you can see, he's at 73% and gets to the first L3. So I'm like, well, we're going to move on to plan B, where we actually made specials. Yeah, we're going to plan B. Plan A just, I didn't trust it because I only did 25% or 27% before he got to the first L3. You know, I'm not the best at math, but 2 more specials doesn't equal 100%. So, with me doing math in my head during the fight, we're like, okay, we're going to go to baiting specials now. And that's what I do the rest of the fight. Which, honestly, probably just I should have started that way and used the N-Bone as my plan B and not plan A. But, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know, I like to do stupid shit, I guess. And I'll never learn not to. Yeah, I'm just not going to learn at this point. You know. But, you know, once I started doing this, the fight went better. He goes down, no problem. Now, I get to take Quicksilver again. Because I love fighting Quicksilver oh so much, I keep getting assigned Quicksilver. But, you know, I did have a different attacker assigned for Quicksilver. I talked with Liza. I said, look, I want to bring in Fury. It's a comfort thing with me. It's just who I feel the best about. I love having that second life to depend on in case I do something stupid. You know, that's, and plus with all the bleed damage, I do use a power start 1 here. That way I can keep my charges high. I don't have to worry about his evade. As long as I can keep my charges up, he will not evade. And you can see, I throw it out the gate. I use it as the knockdown to get protection down and to keep my charges up. And now all we're going to do is just 5 hit combos ending in a light for that big bleed. And we're just going to spam out once. I'm playing this super safe, you know, not risking anything, not chancing anything, and just blocking everything at this point. I'm not going to die twice. I just ain't going to do it. I refuse to do it. Even though I did come close to avoid. But, you know, I didn't. And a Quicksilver will slowly go down. Fury is just a really good counter for him. Yeah, but that protection's kind of annoying. It really drags out the fight. I didn't run suicides this time, just because I didn't want to put them on for one fight when it really wasn't needed. It would have sped up the time some, but it's not needed. So I left them off for this one fight. Last time I already had them on, so I just left them on for this fight. And yeah, he's going down at this point. You know, a few more combos and he'll be dead. But I did do a very good job keeping my charges up. I think I kept them up above 7 or 8 the whole fight. And yeah, he goes down. So now we move on to our last fight. It is a Weapon X on 49, which I will be using Absman again. I will be using him for my last fight. Now, the thing with Weapon X is I've noticed when I've been fighting a little bit here recently, he's not as aggressive in Berserk. And it's caught me a couple times. So what I do is when I do my intercepts, I'll dash back, wait a quick second, and then go. Because I don't really do light intercepts. I mainly do mediums. I know, no skill. I'm a noob. What else? But it works. You just have to find little loopholes around it. So we go into this fight. I do throw on power backs. That way I can... Because my plan is just to cycle special 2s. I could go to the special 3. Use it for more crits. And a longer pause. But I go to the special 2s because you'll see I get in a rhythm. And I want to stay in that rhythm. And the L3 takes me out of that rhythm when you're sitting there watching the special animation. And then when you come out of it, you know, you're kind of separate. So it gets me out of that rhythm. Woo! I'm starting to think I know what I'm doing sometimes. Yeah, I just made all that up. Sounded good though. So I do throw on the big boost, the 200%, and I do throw on another invuln. Because like I said, I just don't want to die. And I'll probably get caught at some point. So right now, all we're wanting to do... Oh, there it was. I knew I got caught somewhere. So now my invuln's gone. That's great. So now no more mistakes. So we hit him up. We're going to hit into the block to back him up. Because I know as soon as he throws the special, he's going berserk. He's going to be unstoppable for a bit. And I don't want to be stuck against the wall. But I get that intercept, throw that L2, and we off to the races now. It's on. So that's just my plan. Get him over a bar, and then we bait it. Ooh, see, look at that intercept. Yeah. I promise I can play sometimes. I don't always suck. Just during war videos. But yeah, I mean, he's just getting melted. I mean, I don't even refine with the charges at all. You know, and I knew I could, but I wanted to stay in that rhythm. He was going down quick, stay in rhythm, and that's that. Now, we did lose. You know, it was close, 3-3, and then at the end of the war, we just sold the bag. We fumbled the bag. You know, it happens. But you know, Salty played well. Salty's a good alliance. You know, I wish them the best. I have several friends over there. They're good people. So, I do. I hope they have a good season. Well, we'll see you on the next one.